What is going on, YouTube and Y'all Squad? This is your boy Yocrates. This is your review for Real Housewives of of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9, episode 17. This is this is the season finale. Oh my gosh, get it together, y'all. Yeah, look, I have had an interesting 24 hours. Uh, I'm actually doing this off of my PC. Yesterday, I spilled a drink on my MacBook Air, and that thing is not working, which is what I typically do my reviews and everything on. So, whew, finna see how I'm finna work this thing out. Cause yeah. But anyway, luckily for me, I have a laptop, another laptop. So yeah, we could get this thing done. But yeah, having to figure that thing out. Nevertheless, let's get to this review, right? So we're gonna speed run through a lot, cause obviously we didn't get nothing until we got to the end, right? So we get Karen. She desires to adopt two dogs. She plans to support Stacy but not walk in the show. And it's okay. Plan on getting two dogs. We just don't want you behind the wheel, ma'am. Like let's not do that, okay? We already know dogs already have a short life. We don't need you shortening the life. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Wendy calls her and invites her to come to the White House with her. We'll get to that soon. So we get Stacy with her friend AJ. She says, some of her best memories was in Chicago with him. Because I believe she's from I believe she's from Detroit, so she's a Midwest girl. So all that good stuff. AJ says that she has changed. She's prim and proper. I'm like, shade. Pretty much what he's trying to say is it's not necessarily that she's changed, but it's I know the real Stacy. Okay, okay, all right. Probably because the camera's here. Says that he can't wait to meet TJ. She has I think she can't wait for him to meet TJ. She has been on lockdown, and he's heard me saying like, you need to get out there. You don't need to be like connected to nobody, but you need to be up under somebody. Then ask, is TJ wealthy? She says, well, he's an actor. I'm like, oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. The hilarity of it all, and what was so great about AJ is he gave us so much in a short period of time. And if Stacy comes back, we need her to have more scenes with her aunt and with her friend AJ. Like, especially AJ, like good TV right there. Because they have history. Like they've been friends for years. And again, when you have people that you've known for so long, they gonna give it to you straight. Now they gonna sit here and crack a joke or two, but they gonna give it to you straight. So TJ calls. AJ is really not that enthused because it's great. I'm having this moment with my friend, and he calls. Stacy, kind of sort of puts the phone in his face for them two to see each other through the phone, and he pretty much is like, that man is animated. Okay, I should know because I'm animated. And then says that he looks like an AI character. When I tell you I hollered, and I'm even sitting here like, I feel like him saying he's animated, I'm animated. That meant two separate. It meant two things: the obvious, and then the subtext of it all. I'm gonna let y'all put two and two together, pick up what I'm putting down. That ain't my business. Oh, and then he also calls TJ a cornball. So we get Ashley. All I'm gonna say is this: she claims that by next week, hopefully, the separation process should be done. Paper signed. They did a public complaint. Then she starts singing, shucking and jiving, good times and all this stuff. And I believe it was Dean who got up on the island and started showing, well, not figuratively showing his behind, but pretty much cut the food to where she had to cut the singing short. Hallelujah, hallelujah, thank you. So we get Giselle with her daughters. They're planting a tree for her father. Moving on. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like. I hate the fact that we did not hear more about what is going on with his estate. Like I got her being an empty nester and everything, and doing all this stuff for your father, but it's like there's no resolution for that. So chances are we're probably going to hear about it on the reunion. So we get Dr. Wendy, the Dr. Wendy show, NBC. You know, she said that she always wanted to interview somebody from the White House, which was cool. Wendy invites Karen because Karen has been a friend to her, and when she I believe got the key to Surrey County. I was about to say Slurry County, Surrey County. Obviously Wendy was there, and I love the fact that Eddie was saying to his kids, representation matters. Like, you can see yourself, being here. And it goes back to what I was saying on the Beverly Hills, whether you like it or not panel, when I was talking about Bose and how I love different representations of African Americans in the media because we're so used to the entertainers. But I like them being like being able to see that you can be whatever. Because I mean, you have Married to Medicine, black women being doctors. You have on Beverly Hills, Bose, who is a marketing genius, who's been in marketing, like been a what is it? Well, She's done marketing for a lot of different high profile organizations and whatnot, right? So that whole thing, like representation, does matter, because for a lot of us is it's hard to see yourself there if you can't see anyone that looks like you there. So beautiful thing, love it. So now we get to where everything happens. I'm surprised I done gave y'all almost 7 minutes at this point, but let's keep going. So it's Stacy's strut for strays. So TJ and Stacy are hosting together. TJ and AJ formally meet. TJ says, they have to be on the same team, Team Stacy, and pretty much we need to have each other's back, blah, 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 rah, rah, rah. Okay, don't really care. Stacy and Karen go off because Stacy, wants to know, like, okay, well, what is the problem? Karen has no problem with her getting to know the girls, but her thing is, Mia came for her character, and she cares more about what Stacy was doing and not what was being said by Mia. And Stacy lets her know, when we were at Lake Norman, like, I defended you. Facts. And Karen says, well, I never saw it with my own eyes. And that's true. And I'm gonna stretch this review out by giving y'all a story of something that happened. So just got to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. When did I get there? 2015. Got there 2015. And obviously get assigned soldiers, got assigned one. Not really problematic, just a young kid who really didn't want to do, what needed to be done. But backstory there doesn't really matter. At no point did it seem like the NCOs before I got there were really trying to exhaust all means to, help autocorrect this soldier. So by the time I get there, it's okay, well, we finna hit him with Article 15. So we meet with our commander and our first sergeant, and our platoon sergeant, CW2, ends up joining us because he didn't know that this was happening. So, we're all in there and whatnot, and not my first time doing this. I'm just letting everybody senior to me say what it is that they have to say. This is the performative part. And you have the CW2 sitting here, talking this big game, especially trying to make this soldier feel like, I'm here for you, this, that, and the third. The soldier ends up getting dismissed because now it's time for all of leadership to discuss what the plan is going to be, or to give suggestions to the commander, because it's the commander who actually makes that decision. CW2 quickly is like, yeah, we need to max him out, and because this is a failure on the NCOs, his NCOs need to be there when he's doing his extra duty. And I'm looking like, first off, rude. Second of all, see, but that happens a lot. The switch up where it's in front of the soldier, I'm gonna say one thing. When that soldier is out of sight, out of mind, I'm gonna say something different. Because when it was time for me to speak, I said, "How about we just suspend his rank And my commander was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Pretty much, he's on probation for whatever the duration is. If the man sneezes wrong, everything you was gonna put in place, it goes into effect. But at least give him a chance to, get on the right foot." Now everybody else in the room was just like, "No, max him out, max him out, max him out." I'm the only one advocating for the soldier. So me and the soldier ends up doing, what was it, battalion staff duty. And he was sitting there saying, "Yeah, because Chief so and so was the only one that was standing up for me." Da 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 da. And pretty much coming in my head like, Sergeant T, you ain't say nothing. I'm looking at him like, and I normally don't pull the veil back, but I had a little notice like, yeah, he said that to your face. When you left out the room, he was the one talking about maxing you out. I'm the one that was actually defending you. Da 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 da. And a look on his face where it is, and it was, damn, my bad. And it's like, no, it's cool. It's cool, but again, you feel for the okie doke. But that happens to where people can't really only go off of what they see. That's what Karen was doing, and the fact that she couldn't even believe Stacy because of how mad she was. Because in her mind, it's just, no, I'm finna punish you, because that's what Karen does when you get on her bad side. It's automatic punishment, and you need to grovel and earn your way back. She's done it with other people, but hopefully the story that I just told coincides. Hopefully y'all get it. Um, what is it? So Karen says she's getting to know, Stacy and her backstabbing personalities. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. These are fighting words. Stacy says that, she's attacked Mia's motherhood. And now that I have an affinity for her, you don't like it. Now, to be clear, have they attacked Mia's motherhood? Yes. Has Mia attacked them? Yes. Just is what it is. But again, I get it. I get where Stacey's coming from. But this is also one of those where this is a slippery road, and it's probably being neutral was a better thing to do. So Karen said, comes for her fashions, which her fashions haven't been bad. Now that wig, not Stacey, baby, that wig, baby, never burn it. Okay, burn that wig, baby. Like, I know it's synthetic. I mean, just put a little fire to it. It'll go right up. But baby, don't wear that one again. Don't do that. But but she was, and then calls her an actress, and Stacey's like, "Yeah, I'm not an actress, so no." So Karen then brings up her accusations, and Stacey's like, "Well, I don't have any. Don't do that." And in her interview, because for whatever reason Karen couldn't say it right there in her face, was saying that, yeah, Stacey has gone through the same stop sign 3 times. Can that be a bad thing? Yes. Look, I'm from Chicago. I see mugs sit here. They run red lights. Like, the light will clearly be red, and they will still just run through. It's not that it's turning. The mug is red. Run straight through. I see it all the time. So running the stop sign, is it illegal? Yes. And obviously the police called her those 3 times. Yeah, but again, Karen's, okay, can you come to the front pew, please? Yeah, she might have ran a stop sign 3 times and got caught. Yeah, you got 2 DUIs, and one that was very very bad, and then there's police footage that got released. Like, I see what you are trying to do, but clinkety clank, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Karen says that she hasn't given up on her, but they are on the outs, and she's now an associate. Again, the ish that Karen does. Giselle, we see war dress that Stacy did not want Winnie to wear because, didn't want to take the shine, from her. So Giselle decided she was going to wear. And the funny thing is, it didn't have the desired effect because Giselle was trying to have a moment at Stacy's expense and didn't get it. We find out that Kay and Greg, need time away from each other when it comes to, cohabitating and whatnot. I mean, we've been saying that since the season started. Okay, I would like to know what have your friends and family said, because again, if just reviewers, we've been saying this outside looking in. Like, I wonder if any of your friends told you like this ain't the look. Don't do it. So Ashley goes to Giselle and tells her what Stacy had shared in reference to her conversation with Karen, because we see in the flashback that a conversation. I mean, Stacy also had a conversation with Ashley about the same thing. So again, we know what Ashley does, because again, Ashley ain't got no storyline. It's at this point that Giselle says in her interview, and hell, I'm with you when you right. But Giselle has said in her interview that she told Wendy this about Karen, but she didn't want to believe it because it was coming from me. But you do be messy. You done came for her husband and all this other stuff. So yeah, why would she? But yeah, so Ashley and Giselle talk with Karen, and Ashley spills the tea, because this is what Ashley does now. Karen is mad. Karen asks, "Does that sound like me?" They just look at her like, "Nah, ma'am. Come on now. Don't make us lie on camera." So Giselle asks, "Okay, well, did y'all meet at all?" Karen said, "Okay, we had dinner. No, we didn't meet about it." That's what she said. So they pull Stacy over. Wendy is in the vicinity while they're having this convo. And Stacy stands on big business. Stacy repeats exactly what it was that she said, did not mince or mix any of her words. Karen claims that she never said that about Wendy. Wendy says in her interview, do do I believe that she said it? I don't know. Do I know that she said it? Yes. Come on, Wendy. Karen wanted Wendy to stay back for a moment, but Wendy kept walking. They end up sitting down at a table before the ladies had to change to walk with the dogs, and all the girls talk. And Stacy says that they had this conversation at Karen's favorite mom and pop restaurant. That's where the conversation happened. When she said the name of it, everybody was like, "Oh hell yeah, she said it." And then Karen was like, "Oh yeah, we did have a conversation." Karen be lying. And Stacy says that she's held on to what Karen said about all the girls for months. Giselle said, "Oh, girl, well, run it." I also forgot to say, when Stacy and Karen was going back and forth initially, and Karen said, "I need to take a sip." And Stacy said, "A sip of what?" Karen said, "A hard liquor." I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. So we find out that Wendy is the first to adopt a puppy. Eddie felt away because not only did she not discuss that with him, when it comes to the dog they already have, she don't have to take care of that dog. Um, After they get done walking the dogs, um, a fog machine goes off and scares the shit out of the dogs, like scared them shitless. And I was saying on the panel last week, again, I am a dog owner. I also have a rescue. I forgot to mention, I've, done volunteer work at shelters. I understand how dogs like that are, where they are very anxious and whatnot. Anything can set them off. If they get nervous or if they get spooked, shocked, whatever the case may be, some of, like I said, I've known dogs, like my best friend, he actually has, well, no, that one isn't a pit bull. The other one's a pit bull. But he does have a dog where every time he will remotely raise his voice, the dog would just pee. And it took time for that dog to gain trust with him to where that wasn't happening anymore. I said on the panel there is a good chance that something happened where the dogs got scared, and that's what happened. I was right. I ain't even at the event, and it was just a chain reaction. And let Stacy tell it, they were supposed to have confetti happen, not a fall. And I want to say not a fog machine. It looked like a fog gun, like a fog cannon, because it was a doo. And yes, it scared the dogs, because again, the dogs have never heard a sound such as that. They're scared. They're already sheltered individuals. So boom, yes, that's what happened. Dog poo everywhere. They're trying to clean it up and whatnot, spraying Febreze, yada yada yada, rah rah rah. People throwing up. It is what it is. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, personally, I feel like people over exaggerating, but again, this is me as a dog owner. Whatever. So, um, we find out that Mia also adopted a dog. 5 months later, Karen goes trial Took the jury 12 hours. Her sentencing is in February. We are in February. So yeah. So that is it. That is the finale. Y'all got 20 minutes out of me, but I did have to share a story, did a little bit of pontificating, but that's okay. That's all right. So I will see you all tomorrow. I believe we are at T's house. Cause for the reunion it's 3 parts. So yeah, it goes really be myself, then Sakina. Right after that, Atlanta starts, and we start the rotation all over again. So it just literally magically just works itself out completely. So yeah, that's it. That is all. I love you all. Hopefully you all have a blessed week. Don't let nothing get you down. I will see you all over at T's house tomorrow. All right. Peace out.